Welcome to www.staxi.com. Today's topic, a transport wheelchair should be built for just that. Hospitals, airports, care centers, and malls would be wise to invest in a type of transport wheelchair geared strictly for short-term transport of a mobility-impaired individual. Standard wheelchairs are built to facilitate the independence of those using them. This is as it should be. Aside from getting high school kids to stop doing wheelies in the hall, there's no argument against improved independence and mobility. Unfortunately, those same vehicles often impede those whose purpose is the safe, timely, secure, and comfortable transfer of a mobility-impaired person from one locale to another. When wheelchairs initially came to life in the world, those who couldn't get around on their own tended to be viewed as actually disabled. That is, a reduction of mobility in the body was seen to impact the mind as well. Today we know how unrealistic this is, but different periods of time viewed the world in different ways. Besides that, medicine was often far from sufficient to allow the truth of a person's spirit to emerge. Because of this, wheelchairs were designed mainly to be steered by someone other than the occupant. While that's less and less the case today, because people were generally shorter when the design first came to its more or less current form, the handles often require bending or hunching from anyone trying to transport a person. Even over short periods of time, this can become uncomfortable. When this is repeated multiple times over the course of days, weeks, and months, it may become part and parcel of the attendant needing a transport wheelchair herself. There are other problems with the standard chair form, for reasons that don't make as much sense as they might. Considering some of the physical limitations of those using them, most wheelchairs must be entered from the front. This can be awkward at the best of times. If one's failed to properly set the brakes, it can be disastrous. These are among many of the reasons why transport wheelchairs designed for that purpose are vital. Imagine, rather than using a standard chair, having one with a higher handle for easier gripping, not to mention that it's designed so that the chair can be steered with one hand, which can be a boon when dealing with some patients. Furthermore, this chair has an arm that folds up like in a movie theater or airplane so that the client can enter and leave from the side. This reduces stress and strain on everyone involved, as well as preventing accidents, falls, and damages to persons and property alike. Even more so because this particular chair model has brakes that lock automatically, thus adding extra safety and support. There are many more advantages to a transport wheelchair, uniquely designed for institutional use, such as theft prevention characteristics and extra sturdy construction. It is true that they will cost more at the outset than a conventional chair. However, for those wise enough to apply long-term thinking rather than looking merely a month ahead, the overall savings is immense. The theft prevention characteristics alone save the price of several standard chairs, and when things like increased efficiency are factored in, the numbers do not lie. To find out more information on topics like this, please go to www.staxi.com.